UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. I'm your intrepid host, L.A. Marzulli. Today is November 2nd. This is our weekly UFO update. Couple lead stories today. UFO reporting increases in New Mexico, the data shows. We'll get into that and so much more, but first, a word from our trusted sponsor, Noble Gold. Did you know Noble Gold's team of precious metal experts have helped thousands of worried investors like you to build and preserve wealth through times like these? Find out why gold, silver, and IRAs are the answer to inflation and financial contagion. Folks, I got to tell you, my wife and I invested some money in Noble Gold, and I'm glad we did, especially with what the economy's doing. Talk to a personal precious metal expert today. This month, they're gifting a free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with every qualified IRA above $20,000. Folks, you can't go wrong with Noble Gold. That's why my wifey and I invested with them. Call 877-646-5347 or find out more by visiting noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. There's the link on your screen, 877-646-5347. Give them a call today, folks. So here's the lead story today. UFO reporting increases in New Mexico, the data shows. If you go back here, in total over all time, New Mexico ranked 28th in the United States with 1,578 UFO reports filed in the database. Okay. California, I won't say anything. California was the top state of all time. When it came to UFO sightings, the report read 15,401 sightings reported. Okay, so something is going on. Something is going on. Are all of these reports fake reports? Are people just confused? Are they seeing the planet Venus, a weather balloon wrapped up in a flocks of geese, reflecting the planet Venus as they fly by? I think not. Our second story, Pentagon attributes UFO sightings to spies, airborne trash. Check this out. Military officials told the New York Times that most resolved UFO cases can be attributed to foreign spies or airborne trash. In May, during Congress's first public UFO hearing in more than 50 years, Pentagon officials testified that a video with mysterious glowing green triangles actually displayed drones that were shot through night vision lenses. In another video referred to as Go Fast, an unknown object appeared to move at incredible speed. Military officials later debunked the video as an illusion created by the angle of observation against water, according to the New York Times. A separate incident known as Gimbal showed an unknown spinning object that appeared in a U.S. Navy video. We've actually shown that here before, that military officials now say was due to the optics of a classified image sensor. Look, here's the bottom line. This is the old Texas two-step. This is the double speak, and that's the title of our daily show. On one hand, we have Tucker Carlson and Commander David Fravor and a whole bunch of witnesses going out and saying that this phenomenon is real. And all of a sudden, we have a pushback. Well, what you really saw there was, it's the modern day version of Venus reflecting off a weather balloon, which is caught in a thermal pocket of swamp gas being pulled by a flock of geese. Really? Come on, guys, quit lying to us. In my opinion, this is nothing more than UFO double speak. It's all it is. They're real, they're burgeoning, they're not going away. Our 3 films on it, I think, gives you, the viewer, certainly these testimonies are true. These people are not making this stuff up. So why are they pushing back the other way? I don't know. But I do find it absolutely interesting, which leads me to UFO Part 3. It's there. You can get it by going to streaming.lamarzulli.net, streaming.lamarzulli.net, or you can go to lamarzulli.net and just buy the video. 4 is in post-production. We'll have it out soon. I just want to close today by stating this, that, and I've said it numerous times, this is the coming great deception. Why? Because when they show up, absolutely everything changes. your life, my life stops. You think COVID stopped everything? It did. We had lockdowns. We did social distancing, all this stuff, and that's okay. All right? What I'm saying is this. When UFOs show up, and this is not fear porn, it changes everything, because all of a sudden, well, we're not alone. And this is why the Catholic Church has written several books by authors, or I should say published books by authors, talking about the plurality of worlds. In other words, the universe is great. It's a vast, huge area. And there are lots and lots of planets out there. And scientists now believe that many of these planets could support life. But then we have Fermi's paradox, which said, well, if that's all this life is out there, why haven't we heard from them? Then you've got Jacques Vallée stating on the record that he believes these are interdimensional entities. The late J. Allen Hynek also believed that these were interdimensional entities. And I call it the coming great deception, because when they show up, the entire planet changes. Everything as we know changes. What if these entities give us free energy? That changes the planet drastically. What if they'll have a small implant, and we took this implant out in our Watches series, and we'll talk about this in number 4. Patient 17, who, it was the 17th implant that Dr. Roger Lear took out. There's now a film that used a lot of our footage and didn't give us credit for that, but that's another story. But this man, Emil, is back with us, talking about his experiences, which he did not talk about in the Watchers series. So he's one of the witnesses. There are 4 witnesses in film number 4 on abductions. All of them were abducted, taken at a very young age. Something is going on. What was that implant? Could that be a prototype to what we read about in ancient prophetic texts, i.e. the mark of the beast? In my opinion, it is, but that's my opinion. When I started talking about implants, I was laughed at. This is over 20 years ago. When I first published the first book in the Nephilim trilogy, Nephilim. And I talked about the implants. And I met Dr. Roger Lear. And I was publicly speaking about it and going to conferences and talking about it. And people looked at me like I had 3 heads. That's okay. Now we know from our government that UAPs are real, UFOs are real. Now we know that some women who are taken aboard UFOs are impregnated. This is my wheelhouse. This is what I've been warning against. And it goes back to this, and I'll just read the scripture. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. What is the lie? The lie is this, that we were seated here by so-called extraterrestrials. That's my opinion. Others believe that we were seated here by so-called extraterrestrials. I don't believe that for a minute. We know in the Word that in the beginning, and this is from 1 John, right, or the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. All things were created by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. He was the life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not. So that's the truth of the word, of the biblical prophetic narrative that Christians believe in. That's what we hold very dear to us. That is the truth, in my opinion. But we have an entire segment of the globe which doesn't believe that there is a creator God. When we look at the complexity of life and the deoxyribonucleic acid, the double helix of life, how did that come to be? Did it just, over a period of billions of years, somehow evolve out of the primordial slime? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is an engineered, complex coding system which creates all life on this planet. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow we'll do Questions with LA right here in the studio. If you've got a question, shoot me an email, questions@lamarzulli.net, questions@lamarzulli.net. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Remember, UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away.
They got their knowledge from the heavens.
He saw it, said, whoa, that's a UFO.
This orb comes up and it's bright orange.
I'm not wanting to make full eye contact with these things. But from what I did see when I did look at them, They're like they're soulless.
It was right directly above us right here, and then it started tilting and moving up like that.
All of a sudden I was being lifted about 3 feet off the ground.
It was going slow. I was walking right underneath it.